Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Khris Reviews here on YouTube.com. Be sure to like, comment, and click that subscribe button for more videos to come. So I'm going to be doing my WWE NXT 2.0 review. So at the beginning of the show, the opening was Carmelo Hayes came out with Trick Williams, and it was basically, saying that, when Melo shoots, Melo don't miss, and so on and so forth. Then we end up seeing Johnny Gargano ends up coming out, and then after then they were kind of joking around and all that stuff, and then that's when we seen Dexter Lumis was behind Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams and try to put Trick Williams to sleep, but Carmelo Hayes ends up leaving behind his North American title. So, I found that pretty interesting, the little promo that they had, you guys. I was definitely, interested in that, big time. And so, you guys, I have to give that little promo right there, A, B, C, or D. I'll give it about a B. Yep. And then you guys, first match we had, which was a pretty squash match. We had Odyssey Jones versus Andre Chase. Odyssey Jones ends up picking up the victory over Andre Chase. And Odyssey Jones is like a real big guy. He reminds me. I can't say who he reminds me of, but he's real big. He's big and tall. So you guys, you know how that is. And he picked up the victory over this guy named Andre Chase, and I'm definitely ready to see who Odyssey Jones will face next. And then you guys, second match we had of the night, we had Imperium, which is Eichner and Bartel, versus Julius and Brutus Creed of the Diamond Mine group. And it was the highlights were a fireman's carry on Julius Creed by Bartel. And then we seen Kushida and Jiro, the two Japanese guys. They end up coming out trying to fight off the rest of the members of the Diamond Mine group. And then Bartel ends up doing like a roll-up pin on Julius Creed. And then after the match, MSK attacks Imperium after Imperium won, and the crowd was kind of booing MSK. And so you guys, is MSK heel, is like actual heel right now, or what? Comment down below what you think about MSK. Are they heel now after they were booed as the crowd were chanting for Imperium throughout this match? So they're going to face each other next week on NXT Halloween Havoc, and there's a couple of matches that's scheduled for next week as well. I wish I would have jotted them down, but I think I can remember some of them off the top of my head, and I'll get to them before I get to the main event. Then you guys, during that Imperium versus Brutus and Julius Creed, the Creed brothers, it was a botch with the pin, because Bartel had the pin. He was rolled over him. It was 1, 2, and then he ends up kicking out, you guys, close after the 3 count, somewhere around there. And so it was pretty much like a botch. And then third match we had this lady named Cora Jade versus Elektra Lopez, which Elektra Lopez is a part of Legado del Fantasma. Lopez, she was basically throwing around Cora Jade, and then Lopez ended up trying to do some type of move, but that's when Elektra Lopez ends up getting a small package pin by Cora Jade for the victory. So you guys, Elektra Lopez, of course, she's with Legado del Fantasma, and with Legado del Fantasma, they seem like a pretty good group, I have to say, say the least. Especially with Santos Escobar, I definitely know he can wrestle after seeing him in that match with I can't remember his name. He had a ladder match, and it was, I can't remember the guy's name. But anyways, you guys, Santos Escobar, he's he's a pretty good wrestler, but he's not really wrestling now as he normally would. And then you guys, the fourth match, we also had a botch in that Elektra Lopez and Cora Jade one as well. And then you guys, it was Io Shirai versus JC Jane versus Parada, which Parada is the lady that comes out with what's Dexter Lumis girlfriend name of Indy Hartwell. But it was Prada versus JC Jane versus Io Shirai, but JC Jane ends up getting pulled away from the match due to she had an injury, so it ended up being Prada versus Io Shirai. Io Shirai, you guys, ends up picking up the victory, and that and the winner gets to spin the wheel to see what kind of match it was going to be. It was gonna be like it's gonna be a triple threat. It ended up being a triple threat. What they call it? They call it a Stairway to Hell ladder match next week on NXT Halloween Havoc. I'm definitely down for that match as well, you guys. And so let's go ahead and get on with the next match. Just got my notes here, you guys. So if you wonder why I'm looking off to the side and not in the camera, but yeah. So then we had Tonio D'Angelo. He's basically like an Italian pizza sounding like dude or whatever, versus some unknown person that they just threw in the ring. But then again, you guys, he ends up doing like, some type of weird move and picking up the victory, so who cares? Then you guys, we had Jensen Briggs supposed to fight Legado del Fantasma, but they end up getting attacked by Legado del Fantasma, but they end up still fighting anyway. And then you guys, that's when Legado del Fantasma still picked up the victory with the kick to the face and a Russian leg sweep, you guys. And like I said, Legado del Fantasma is a pretty great group in professional wrestling, and I definitely have to say that I can't wait till they get to the main roster, Raw or SmackDown. Hopefully next time around they'll get drafted, but we'll definitely have to see if that will happen. Then you guys, we had to see who was going to be the host of Halloween Havoc, whether it was going to be LA Knight or Grayson Waller. And so you guys, the winner of that match ends up being LA Knight by using a neck breaker finisher maneuver. LA Knight, he was up there, when he the first couple of weeks or months or so when he first came. He definitely was up there. Now he done elevated down to the bottom. So he haven't elevated really nowhere. Then you guys, we end up having the main event, you guys. But before I get to the main event, next week, you guys, I'm trying to think of the couple of matches off the top of my head that they're going to have. It's going to be MSK versus Imperium for the NXT tag team titles. Who would win? You guys, I have my money in my sight set on MSK retaining those titles next week. Then you guys, on the next match that we have, we're gonna have that Stairway to Hell triple threat match. I know it's JC Jane and Gigi Dolan versus Zoe Stark and Io Shirai. Can't remember the last name, you guys. I'm just gonna put the photos up here, you guys, so you can check out what matches are gonna be on the card for next week. But anyways, let's go ahead, you guys, and get into this main event. We had Braun Breaker. When he came on the scene, you guys, Braun Breaker, he was like unstoppable because he is the son of Scott Steiner. So Braun Breaker and Tommaso Ciampa versus the Grizzled Young Veterans. And so you guys, throughout this match, Braun Breaker was basically still in the show, I have to say the least, you guys. He ends up pushing Gibson over the top rope, and then the way he was doing his moves made it definitely seem like he was following in his father's footsteps by the push and then doing the military press. And with the military press, his father used the military press him over the head and then drop him just drop him like that or whatever. And so he ended up doing the military press and then doing it into a power slam and ends up pinning. I think it wasn't Gibson. I can't remember the other guy's name. But ends up picking up for the victory, and then they end up facing off you guys. So, yeah, a lot of people are coming in right now, you guys, saying that it was two botches in two of the matches on NXT tonight. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching Khris Wrestling Views here on YouTube.com. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe once again to my YouTube channel. I really do appreciate all the support. Just keep on sharing my videos, you guys, with other people. And you guys, I'll see you in my next video. It's coming along soon, and it's going to be about some wrestling news. Get ready for it. It's coming.